Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the McGonagall Boxing Podcast. Let's get straight down to it, shall we? So, the last couple of days, interesting events going on right now, is Tyson Fury looks to be set to be made the super franchise WBC champion. Yep, so he's gone from being the WBC champion to now the super franchise champion, which obviously frees up another belt for the WBC regular champion, which obviously at the moment people are saying should go to Dillian Whyte, but there's also rumours that he's going to have to fight either Rivas again, which is utter madness, or Luis Ortiz or Andy Ruiz Jr. to become the regular WBC champion. Now, I'm sorry, but this is utter madness. The WBC was the most prestigious belt in world boxing, that's a fact. But what they're doing now, a bit like what the WBA have done, is they've downgraded their own belt. Why? Because of money. They know they can make more world title fights if they've got two belts, and that's that. But the problem, what they're not seeing, is they're losing credibility every time they do this. It's just a monopoly of belts now that it's almost become meaningless. For instance, the lightweight division now, with Devin Haney being handed the regular WBC belt. He didn't earn that. He didn't beat anyone of note. But why? Because Lomachenko's been elevated to franchise champion, super champion, a bit like they're going to say Tyson Fury's done. Now, I'm sorry, instantly you lose credibility on that belt. And so that's my first complaint with this. The second complaint is, and by the way, I have a lot of respect for Tyson Fury, but being elevated to franchise champion, he now conveniently sidesteps Dillian Whyte, who's been a mandatory challenger for the last 3 years, who wants to test himself against the best, who's earned the right. He's been fighting tough fights like Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora, Oscar Rivas. Tough fights back to back, and he's won them all. He deserves his shot against the best, not to be sidestepped. But of course, we know that's going to be the case now. Now, on the other side, I understand Fury wants to fast forward to Joshua, where the money is. Obviously, we know Fury's not going to be in the game too much longer. He's stated that. So he wants to get the biggest fights at the earliest possible time. I get that. And obviously, Joshua, who's likely to beat Pulev in his next fight, is the money fight, especially at Wembley. A stadium, it's going to be a huge fight. I get that, but I'm sorry, enough's enough with this Dillian Whyte situation. He's earned his right to fight the WBC champion, and now it's going to be snatched away from him. And he might feel a little bit compensated by being given a WBC regular belt or a WBC regular belt to fight for, but we all know it's not the same. It's not the main belt. And this is the problem, isn't it? And it's been diluted now, so he's obviously always going to have that on his back that, well, you're not the real WBC champion, and he deserves the right to fight for the WBC belt. I've always been a big critic of Suleiman, the WBC president. I don't think he's politically correct. I don't think he's, morally correct at times. And I also don't think he's does the right thing by fighters. I think he's swayed by money. And this is the proof of it. So I first of all think this is an utter joke, and I would go too far to say it's a disgrace. But like you can see why it's being made. More heavyweight fights, more money, and ultimately for Joshua and Fury, it's a good thing because it's going to be fast tracked now. I get that, but like I say, Dillian Whyte has earned his opportunity to fight the best WBC champion, have the chance to become the outright super champion and not to be sidetracked like he is about to be. And that's not right. And I also don't think it's right that he's likely to have to fight either Oscar Rivas again or Luis Ortiz or Andy Ruiz to win the WBC belt. That's not what he signed up to. That's not what he's earned. He's earned a big crack at the winner of Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder rematch, which I believe will be, again, Tyson Fury. Let me know what your thoughts are. Personally, I say boycott WBC at the moment. Totally unfair and a total disgrace. especially when it comes to Dillian Whyte. Let me know what your thoughts are. Drop me a line on my Instagram, my Facebook, or my YouTube channel, the McGonigal Boxing Podcast, and I'll be back soon with some more latest and breaking news. All right, guys, I'm out. See you soon. Bye.